Hoodoos on Drumheller. Hoodoo Trail on Highway 10, south near Drumheller. It's worth the short drive to see the protected hoodoos. They've stood like gentle giants in the Badlands for millions of years. According to Blackfoot and Cree tradition, the hoodoos come alive at night to protect the land by throwing stone at intruders. It's easy to imagine these imposing figures protecting the rocky landscape. Drumheller's hoodoos are one of Alberta's most distinctive natural attractions. The stone caps contain nearly 40% calcite cement, making them exceptionally slow to erode. The hoodoo also have unique banding that shows the different stages of the Earth's formation. Their history is quite literally written in stone. A hoodoo is a tall, thin rock spire made of sandstone with a hard and dense rock sitting on the top like a hat. Hoodoos take millions of years to form and stand 5 to 7 meters tall. Each hoodoo is a sandstone pillar resting on the thick base of shell that is capped by a large stone. Hoodoos are very fragile and can erode completely if their capstone is dislodged. In other words, no climbing allowed. The protected hoodoo's site is a guaranteed spot to see hoodoos, but a smaller version of this sandstone giant can be found all over the Badlands. The hoodoo are group of stone columns with cap rocks situated on approximately 11 hectares of land between Drumheller and East Collie, ranging in a height from roughly 1 to 3 meters. The group of approximately 10 hoodoos feature white sandstone caps rock overlying dark brown marine shelled bodies. Hoodoos formed by the effects of erosion caused by water, wind, and frost. The Drumheller area hoodoos are striking geological formations that have become internationally recognized icon of Alberta's Badlands. The distinctive appearance of the hoodoos was created through the deposit of materials during the Cretaceous period between 70 and 75 million years ago. The soft base of the hoodoos are formed from the dark brown marine shell of the Verpa Formation, while the harder pillars and cap rocks are composed of sand and clay from the Horseshoe Canyon Formation. The cap rocks protect the softer, underlying base and imparts the hoodoo with their unique mushroom-like shape. Within the broad sweep of geological time, hoodoos are fragile and highly ephemeral phenomena, eroding at the rate as rapid as 1 centimeter per year, quicker than virtually any other geological structure. The varied color and textures of the rock, visible as horizontal banding on the hoodoo's columnar form. The Drumheller hoodoos consist of 8 to 10 prominent columns ranging in the height from 3 to 8 feet. The hoodoos are developed in the white basalt sandstones of the Horseshoe Canyon Formation and directly overlay the dark brown marine shells of the Verpa Formation. The resistant cap rock consists of rounded contritionary sand bodies containing up to 30 to 40% calcite cement. Although solitary Hoodoo exists along this stretch of highway, this site has high tourist appeal because of its high density of columns and its prominent photogenic locations overlooking the Red Deer Valley. In a great big world that seems to move faster every day, a trip to Alberta's southern Badlands is a perfect vacation to discover a little something about yourself. It's not just the massive and famous Royal Tyrrell Museum, where you can get up close and personal with the creators that roamed the earth millions of years ago. The Badlands provide a snapshot of our world that is frozen in time and help us to understand our place in it. There are many historic sites to visit in Drumheller, but you'd remiss if you skip one of the most popular attractions, the Hoodoo. The Hoodoo of Drumheller are must-see on the road trip through Alberta. We were pretty excited to see the Hoodoos of Drumheller. The name alone made us want to take a trip out the Badlands of Alberta to see what they were all about. You can also take a hike to the top of the mountain for a better view. It's fun climb that is a bit steep and slippery, but it was nice to be able to get out and straight out our legs after the long drive. Also, plus it gave you the chance to look down and see the Hoodoos from the different view. It was an amazing view that it will take your breath away. I do recommend it. It's a lot of fun and you'll feel a sense of accomplishment when you take it to the top. To climb down is even more enjoyable as you try to find a path that won't cause you to topple over. 13 years ago, long before those first explorers and even before the first indigenous peoples, Alberta's Badlands were formed by a stream of glacial meltwater eroding the local sandstone. The tireless elements, both wind and water, found it easy to sculpt the softer stone while the denser slab posed back, creating striking multi-hued cliffs and towering columns of the sandstone rock called Hoodoo. Internationally recognized icon of the Badlands Hoodoos are fantastic stone pedestals that have been withered and eroded over many years into strange shape. They're often topped by a hard flare-out cap that protect and preserve its structure. Hoodoos range from just a couple of centimeters in height to towering Goliath reaching several meters high. Despite the very natural process that forms them, Hoodoos look as though they were created by something out of this world. In fact, the name is thought to be derived from the West African religion, Voodoo, in which mystical properties are attributed to the naturally occurring world around us. Good news is variety of Drumheller hike will keep you busy for the day or the whole weekend, so grab your runners and get ready for some gorgeous and awe-inspiring trail. Just 10 minutes southeast of Drumheller, you'll find yourself of one of the most popular Drumheller hike. You'll wander through the silent forest of the infamous otherworldly Hoodoos that have made the Canadian Badlands so iconic. In this short half-kilometer loop, you'll enjoy gorgeous view overlooking the valley, slice open hillside, revealing their multicolored bands of rock. And if the season's right, the hot pink cacti blooms, speckling the ground next to your shoes. In 15 minutes southwest of Drumheller, Horseshoe Canyon is probably your first stop if you're coming in from Calgary. Perched on the edge of the glacier-curved valley, Horseshoe Canyon is aptly named because the canyon itself has been formed into the shape of a U. Once you park and stretch your legs, you have two options. Check out of the jaw-dropping vista overlooking the Badlands just meters from the parking lot. Or number 2, hike the 2.9 kilometers loop down into the canyon and meander along the bottom, enjoying the scenery of this lightly traffic loop. And you can always do both. In 20 minutes northwest of Drumheller, Horseshoe Canyon was once a hiding place for roaming horse thieves, and the canyon still holds plenty of secret for those willing to go behind the lookout and brave the trip to the bottom. In this day is rated as one of the most popular Drumheller hike. Walking through the Horseshoe Canyon, it's easy enough to forget you're in the 21st century while you amble through terrain that resembles Hollywood's Wild West. As you explore the nook and crannies of the multi-hued rock, you might just catch a glimpse of Doc Middletown, king of the horse thieves, on the horizon. Today we know the rocks were created by erosion, perhaps as amazing a force as giant petrification, naturally shaped by wind and waters. These hoodoos, also known as aperi chimneys, have been carved over millions of years into pillar-like shape. Made of soft sandstone, the hoodoos are generally topped with a harder rock cap. Climbing is not permitted for the sandstone's structures are quite fragile. Eventually, these hoodoos will be eroded to thin that they'll break and harder top rock will come crashing down.